Blake were around today, I think in many ways he'd be proud of, or at least approve of this project, because as a romantic poet, he was very interested in the beliefs and the ideas and the language of ordinary people, of the kind of the folk, and this project is very much a grassroots operation done spontaneously by local writers who want to celebrate his legacy, and his legacy is extraordinary. Not just a great writer, not just a great poet, but a great philosopher who in many ways predicted a lot of conditions that we have today in our modern world. This was someone who was very suspicious of strict borders and boundaries between ideas and values. If you look at a text like The Marriage of Heaven and Hell, he's questioning in a way that is more relevant today than it was in his time, the sorts of supposed oppositions between good and evil, and light and dark, and male and female, and past and present, past and future. In poems like Capital, he's beginning to question the virtues of what was a very new system of governance and economics in his time, capitalism. I wander through each chartered street near where the chartered Thames does flow, and mark in every face I meet marks of weakness, marks of woe, that kind of thing. He also is credited with being quite progressive in terms of his attitude to sort of sexual freedom, which was not something that would really become a cultural concern until the 1960s, really, in terms of our wider society and our wider culture. He also predicted the breakdown of organised religion, which has, started to, has been going on now for, the last 100 years, which was, more than a century after his death. And he also was very much a critic of, the industrial age, of the kind of very overly positivist and sort of faith in technology to deliver good things for society. He saw the dark satanic mills of his time, and he saw the kind of pain and suffering that industrialization caused.